It's time for the Nebraska Volleyball Coaches Show.
Punch in the air, left side swing, block back cover again, Oregon. Violet roll shot to the donut, diving, dig Olivia. Travels across, swing, block back by Bergen. Oregon's got it back right. Clemente swings. There's Harper with an up. What a rally. Bump set left, Nebraska. Taylor got it. Wow. That's volleyball. Pass by Harper, middle swing, Virginia. Kaboom! Woo-hoo! My goodness, dents in the Devaney deck. 24-12. Here comes the serve by T. Sigler. Pass made over that shot back. Kaboom! Rebecca Alec, emphatic finish. 25-12. Huskers sweep number 13 in a row. The lone unbeaten remains so. 22-0. And they love it in Lincoln.
Now, alongside head coach Danny Bus Boom Kelly, here's your host, John Baylor.
Greetings, Nebraska, and welcome to your Nebraska Volleyball Show. Tuesdays, 6 until 7, always good fun. The star of the show will join us shortly. She's undefeated, by the way, as the helmswoman of your undefeated 22-0 Huskers, 12-0 in the conference. Getting ready for Illinois. Bring on the Fighting Illini. They were 7-1 a couple weeks ago, and then a couple weeks happened, and it didn't go so well. They lost 4 in a row, one of those losses to Iowa. Illinois, Chris Thomas, the former Husker assistant, coming to town Thursday night. Hey, a normal start time, 7 p.m. at the Devaney. And then off to the Twin Cities. 2:30 matinee on Saturday up there in Minneapolis to face the Minnesota Golden Gophers. How about Big Ten teams in the top 25? A big shakeup with all the upsets in the top 25 over the weekend. Nebraska remains number 1. Purdue, by virtue of their 5-set win over Michigan, rises to number 9. Wisconsin stays put at number 11. Southern Cal is up to 17. Indiana, how'd they do it? They swept Penn State. First win over Penn State by Indiana in forever. And they're number 18. Minnesota's number 22. They're hosting Nebraska on Saturday. And Penn State, number 25 in the land after starting preseason number 2. Well, we promised she'd be here. Here's the head coach, Danny Busboom Kelly. Hello.
Hello, JB.
How are things with you and the family? I thought you might bring Boone for this show.
Oh, not today.
He's not big on radio. He just likes the bright television
Yeah, well,
lights.
he's not big on that either. So.
Really?
Well, he was pretty shy. He's normally not a shy guy, but.
What's that all about? Strange faces firing off questions.
Exactly. Cameras, lights. He didn't know what was going on. Harper decided to throw him in there, and so it was cute. But I don't think he'll want to join again.
That was Harper's choice.
Well, I think he might have asked for me, and she's like, "Oh, let's go."
Hey.
Yeah.
Boom.
Here you go, Dave.
You handle him.
Yeah.
Nice. How did that feel holding your 3-year-old, 3.5-year-old?
3.5. Yeah, it was good. He's a sweetheart. So, time's limited when you're a coach and you're on the road.
Well,
You'll take any time you can get.
You're figuring out how to balance all that. I'm thinking pretty soon to have them right there on the sidelines. What the heck, Just
Might
carry
as
them
well.
around. You ask for a challenge. And maybe
He would probably be
that.
asking for Gatorade the whole game.
If he runs that on the court, well, maybe it's a bit much. Until then, hey.
Yeah.
So you get the 2 nice wins this weekend as Nebraska continues to roll, taking down Wisconsin in 3 and Oregon in 3. And these attack percentages are kind of wild. Against Wisconsin, the Huskers hit .349 in the UW Fieldhouse. That's the highest percentage by a Wisconsin opponent in that building since 2012.
Wow, who was it in 2012?
That's a question which I don't want to give away right now in hopes that people stick around the whole show. You give away everything right away, everyone leaves the party. Meanwhile, that's why it's an hour show. Don't go anywhere. Meanwhile, then, the matinee on Sunday against Oregon, 4:05. Bergen Riley passing or what? How does that happen?
I think it's just a combo of everybody. It's, our back row's doing a nice job. Bergen's playing great. Our attackers are making great decisions. So it's pretty fantastic. Before you get the old stats out, passing stats, I know what you're looking at over there.
Have I become that predictable?
Yes. So I just had an interesting stat pulled from our Nate, our tech guy, about
Nate Poland.
if you take it. No, Nate Wilson.
Nate Wilson, exactly. A lot of Nates running loose.
Yeah. But if you take out getting aced, which I know goes towards the stats, we're
Yes.
passing very, very well. So let's just say when we don't get aced, we're passing great.
However,
We do get aced.
acing is not helping your passing numbers.
No, and they are points for the other team.
You add up the points. Each ace adds up to 1, and you gave up 5 aces. You know how I know you gave up 5 aces against Oregon? Because I thought it was 6, and I was corrected by you in the post game.
Okay.
It was very cool. Meanwhile, against Wisconsin, I'm going to check the stats on this before I start throwing out numbers. 4 aces, all belonging to 1 Lincoln Southeast alumna.
Yes, it seems like there's a server each match that gets us.
Natalie Wardlow.
Yeah,
How do they teach serving at Southeast? They're in the state tournament. Are you going to be at the state tournament this week?
Maybe I might make an appearance.
That'd be
Can't give it
great.
away.
My guess is you'll get a little bit of attention while you're there. Bring a Sharpie with you, but not Boone. He might get overwhelmed. He's got to go to school anyway.
Yeah, he might be going to a night game though. That'll keep the.
Nice.
I won't be able to sign autographs. So Boone, I gotta watch him before he runs on the court.
Because you can go to a night game, but you can't go to an afternoon game. Might you be seen at a morning contest this week at the Nebraska
Maybe.
State? Was that one of your greatest memories as a kid, the Nebraska
For sure.
State volleyball? Really?
For sure.
What makes it so special?
Just, I mean, I think being from a small town, it's even more fun because
Adams.
school shuts down, town shuts down. You know, everybody caravans, follows the bus to the game.
Does the
It's
one
pretty
law
awesome.
enforcement guy back in Adams stay back, or does he just come to the game too? Like,
Oh, he's not
whatever.
even. There's not even a law enforcement in Adams. Don't
In
tell the
general.
criminals that.
In general.
Yeah.
So everything shuts down, and then you're on that collision course with Falls City Sacred Heart, and that adds to the drama.
For sure.
When do you see them? Semis or finals? When you were
Well,
playing?
back in the day, there weren't wild cards, so we'd play each other in the district and knock each other out.
Really?
What a
No
shame.
wonder. Now it's like they let anybody in.
I think that changed my junior year. So
You've recruited all over the place. You've been to a lot of state tournaments. Do we have the best or one of?
I actually haven't been to that many state tournaments because it's always during season. So
You're
it's
recruiting
hard.
club. You're not
Yeah.
recruiting the public.
And just state's always this time of year around the country, so it's hard.
A lot of sports, the club teams often are better than the public school teams. I'm wondering in volleyball. In Nebraska, I think there are a lot of public school teams and some of the Catholic school teams. They can compete against some of the best clubs.
For
What
sure.
do you think?
For sure. I think
It's often some of the same players, but
Yes.
I mean, there's not a big drop-off. In other
Not
words.
huge.
But in other sports, it seems
yeah,
to be
it's
that.
big drop off. Yep.
And that just shows the pride we have. Well, school sports in this
Yes.
state, remarkable, but also, there's just such a dispersion of talent that so many teams are
Yeah,
good.
for sure.
You don't have a lot of lopsided stuff. Like, we were trying to focus here, Coach Danny Busboom Kelly, on the Huskers, and I was pulling out the passing stats, and I was
I knew
wondering
it.
what kind of telepathic insight you had.
Well, because everybody likes to nitpick, so we got to nitpick something. So let's look at the
Are
numbers.
you throwing me in with everybody?
Oh, no, not I'm throwing you in with a lot of people.
And does it get tiresome? Do you take a lot of flack? I mean, are probably some people ticked off you haven't won a bunch of matches in just 2 sets?
I think you've used that one already
It's
this
a good
year.
one,
But,
though.
no, I just think, I know people think we're playing great and we have this great team, but the passing stats aren't as good as they have been in the past. So I think that's why people are like, what's going on here? And then they also are having a hard time understanding how we're offensively so much better with lower passing stats.
And what's the answer?
Well, Bergen's playing great, and these stats, this is not like the difference between a 3 and a 2 sometimes is like this
Not
much.
in passing numbers.
Yes, so it's like that's not this massive difference. And we don't have an offensive number when we get aced. So
I got it. So
it's an ace, it's a point. It's not like an out of system set that we get blocked on and then.
So the numbers get skewed. All right. And you've heard of this whole social media thing that people are up to. I mean, it's unbelievable.
I have heard of it.
Unbelievable. I mean, some people are spending more time in the metaverse than in the. I think reality is underrated. But anyway, they do spend a lot of time on this. And do you ever put out a big posting? All right, nitpickers alert, and you just walk them through. So it's because they do like to go after these.
That's a good idea. Nitpickers alert. Everything we're getting nitpicked. Here's some facts.
Yeah, we're gonna anticipate it. You just and the team this year just seems to be enjoying the journey, and it sounds like you want to share that message with the fans. Guys, let's enjoy the journey. I know we're Husker fans. We're always a little bit concerned. However, things are okay right now. Let's kind of enjoy it.
Well, yes, we definitely want everybody to enjoy it. I think it's a really positive team, fun team, hungry team. There's a lot of adjectives to describe this year's team, but I understand the fact that we don't want to fall short in December, and we got to be on top of some of these things, and weaknesses will come out in big matches, so I understand both sides. Trust me, we're working on it. We're getting better. We are constantly talking about how to get 1 point better.
No, I don't want to be wet blanket Baylor, but my job is to kind of manage expectations a little bit because this fan base is wild. In 2007, year after you left,
here we go.
I don't think it was a coincidence. They mowed down 22 consecutive teams. They swept. Let me make sure I got that number correct. 95 was the year that they got 22 consecutive sweeps, and in 2007 they had 18 consecutive sweeps. And at the end of that year, it didn't go real well.
Not great.
So how do you make sure it's 95 and not 07?
I mean, I feel like this team is pretty different than that 07 team. The 07 team was coming off of a national championship. The 2025 team is coming off 2 losses in the Final Four after being was Nebraska the number 1 seed the last 2 years?
Well, let's slow down. That 07 team was coming off the Bus Boom Mancuso national championship, and then the 95 team was coming off a year when they fell short. They lost to Penn State.
See, there we go. We figured it out.
Great point.
Yeah.
Do you sense that motivation, that drive, amidst all the fun? Like, is it that Rebecca Alec preseason mindset still pervasive?
Yes, I do. I do still sense it, and just been really impressed with the team.
Do you overtly talk about that, or is it just understood? And if any newcomer who wasn't there for the 23 and 24 Decembers don't take things super seriously, are the older players making it clear, no, we're all business?
I think the older players make it pretty clear, and we as a staff talk about it probably with individuals more than having this big team meeting.
Because it's implied.
Yes.
Everyone knows. I mean, when you sign up, do they still sign? They sign on signing day, right? They literally sign. It's known. Like, that's what you're signing up for.
Yes.
Like, there's no need to hide it anymore. I remember when Coach Cook used to, in your day, start talking about, okay, Omaha, and in the huddles, you'd all say Omaha when you broke the huddle. I mean, it was like, wow, we're really saddling these young players with this expectation. At this point, I mean, why hide it? Everyone knows. You come to Nebraska, this is the expectation.
For sure.
But you're really still, with that expectation, enjoying the journey. What's the secret?
I think it's just consistency.
Every day.
I love but there is no secret. The secret is just show up and do your job and make sure you're consistent and the players know what they're going to get, and try to mix things up a little bit here and there and let them have some input. You know, I've had our players come in, hey, we want to do this in practice. And
like what? What do they want to do?
just change it up. Like, okay, we'll do it. You know,
right. They like the scrimmaging. You're doing a lot of scrimmaging.
Yeah,
aren't
but
you?
now they're liking some fun games.
Fun drills.
Yeah.
More fun. But, okay. Now, you got to look at numbers from practices and games. First of all, do you give a lot of weight to the stats that come up during your practices?
Yeah.
So you're statting everything in practice.
Yeah.
And do they matter almost as much as games or just as much?
Just as much.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, maybe not quite. The game, you got to be able to perform in a match, but and experience matters. There's other stuff that goes into it, but the practice stats are pretty important right now, and that's why we keep them, because we want to look at them, and you also want to check yourself as a coaching staff. Like, am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? You know.
Because I'm a lot better on the driving range. So, but you guys are paying attention to that. Okay, like you get on the first tee, things suddenly change. I never saw that on the driving range. Anyway, but you look at the stats, back to the passing stats, which you think are overweighted. They're not.
Well,
that
I
big.
think they're so. I get it. It's one of the most important stats in volleyball, for sure. But I also think they can be skewed a little bit, and when you blow teams out, there's attempts aren't as high. There's a lot that goes into it. So one ace is weighted significantly more
Gotcha. So, and Olivia did have the best passing stats on the team.
Yes,
Is that
of
competition always being
Oh, for sure.
weighed? And
For
it's,
sure.
it's real close.
For sure.
And you don't do, other than the Kentucky match and maybe one other match, you don't do a lot of switching. Like once you make your call at the beginning of the match, you pretty much
Oh,
stick
no,
with
we
it?
would switch it
Okay.
if we need to, but it's hard to make changes when you're crushing somebody, whether somebody's playing good or bad.
Now, sticking with Lainey. All right. She thought she had a pancake, and the official said, no, that hit the ground. And she comes running over to you. You're up by like 10 points late in the third set. Okay, you're about to sweep Oregon. Did it ever cross your mind to say, Lainey, we got this match? Like it's gonna
Not
be
really,
okay?
because we had the challenges, might as well use it, and I thought it was very, very clearly up as well. And then sometimes we have some personal goals and some team goals, and you want to get the calls right, and you want to get the credit where credit is due. So I had no problem challenging at that point.
That's Danny Busboom Kelly. We're going to go to the mailbag. We got a lot of stuff here today. The Huskers getting ready for Illinois on Thursday night, and number 22, Minnesota, on the road on Saturday. You can get reliable propane fuel and lubricants from Central Valley Ag for home, farm, or business. Central Valley Ag. And hey, League One volleyball is coming to Omaha this January. Love Omaha Volleyball. That's LOVB. Omaha Volleyball is Omaha's newest pro team. Visit lovelovb.com for tickets. More with the head coach. The undefeated Huskers still number one. After you hear this.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins'. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
You show up for every Husker game because it's about more than football. It's about celebrating that Nebraska grit that's in our DNA. That same drive pushes you to get stronger, move more, and take care of yourself. To show up for the people and moments that matter most. We believe you have what it takes. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska covers preventive care with every plan. And our digital tools help you stay on track every step of the way. Blue believes in what you're made of. And Blue believes in you.
Nebraskans are choosing chiropractic for better health. Why chiropractic? Because it's safe, drug-free, and a cost-effective treatment option for back and joint pain. Plus, all generations can benefit from natural chiropractic care. Choose chiropractic first for pain relief or to improve your mobility, athletic performance, or overall wellness. Make chiropractic your first choice for better health and find a chiropractic physician near you at nebraskachiropractic.org. Get your life back with chiropractic.
You expect your home to protect everything you love, but you don't expect the ways water is breaking down your foundation and damaging your home. Cracks in walls and uneven floors are just a few signs your foundation is compromised. But there's one way to get answers to all your concerns. A free home inspection from Groundworks. We put water back in its place. Get your free inspection at groundworks.com. License number C142293.
If you believe the destination is the journey, you'll love exploring in the 2026 Subaru Crosstrek. It gives you the confidence of standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, plus a 180 horsepower Subaru Boxer engine. The 2026 Subaru Crosstrek. Love is out there. Find it in a Crosstrek. Visit Duteau Subaru, located at 2750 Jamie Lane in Lincoln, and online at duteausubaru.com. Duteau Subaru, driven by you.
At CVA Grain, every load is more than a crop. It's your legacy. From high-speed unloading to premium grain markets and fast ACH settlements, smart contracts, risk management options, and local expertise help producers market smarter. With CVA Connect, you can sign contracts, check tickets, and monitor market prices all from your device. Learn more at cvacoop.com. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
You show up for every Husker game because it's about more than football. It's about celebrating that Nebraska grit that's in our DNA. That same drive pushes you to get stronger, move more, and take care of yourself. To show up for the people and moments that matter most. We believe you have what it takes. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska covers preventive care with every plan. And our digital tools help you stay on track every step of the way. Blue believes in what you're made of. And Blue believes in you.
As the world's largest family-owned and operated manufacturer of grain storage, drying, and handling equipment, Sukup Manufacturing Company has led the way in innovation, offering top-quality products that empower farmers to thrive. Set yourself up for success with Sukup, where innovation meets reliability. Visit Sukup.com today to find a dealer near you.
Whoever said work smarter, not harder, didn't realize you could do both.
Get 0.9% plus $3,250 cash on F-150 or lease F-150 for $499 a month and 0 down.
You expect your home to protect everything you love, but you don't expect the ways water is breaking down your basement and damaging your home. Mold, cracks, and of course visible water are just a few signs your basement is compromised. But there's one way to get answers to all your concerns. A free home inspection from Groundworks. We put water back in its place. Get your free inspection at groundworks.com. License number C142293.
Since 1975, Woodhouse has proudly served our customers and communities. From one dealership to over 21 dealerships across Nebraska and Iowa, our promise remains the same. A wide selection of vehicles, trusted service, and financing that fits your life. We believe in honest people, fair prices, and relationships built to last. Because it's not just about the road ahead, it's about traveling it together. Start your journey at woodhouse.com.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Welcome back to your Nebraska Volleyball Show. The head coach is with us. That's Danny Busboom Kelly. You can also, prior to the show, fire off some questions. Just check out the X account, and there you'll find your opportunity. We got a bunch of mailbag questions here we're excited to get to, but I like to chime in a few ideas my own by myself here, Coach Danny Busboom Kelly. And I'm looking at these numbers for the Big Ten Conference. And Virginia Adriano's hitting 287. These are 12 matches. This is not a small sample size. Andy Jackson, 527. Hello. I mean, every time she gets the ball, kaboom. Or tipping. She's tipping like a restaurant patron these days as well. She's really mixing it up. And then you got Harper Murray hitting 337. She's never hit higher than 258 before this year for an entire season. This conference season hitting 337. Here's the one that really jumps off the page. Taylor Landfair, 358 in the conference. Now, she did miss one match and then most of a second match. But still, that's 10-plus matches, and she's hitting almost 400 in that second outside position. That's making it pretty tough for the defense.
Yeah, again, super balanced. Feel like you didn't even tell us Becca's, but...
Rebecca's solid. Rebecca Alec, 390, which is slightly below her season average. So she's in a little bit of a swoon at 390.
Here we go. Back to the stat.
Oh, boy, slow traffic in Schuyler. We got Rebecca's down to 390. But I want to get back to that. But what I want to talk about is what are the big reasons why this team is so much better than last year? Now, you weren't here last year, but you did witness from afar. Last year's team had Lexi Rodriguez. Last year's team had returning first-team All-American on the right side, Merritt Beeson. This year's team is putting up numbers last year's team could dream about. Why?
I think Bergen's a year older. I think everybody else is a year older. So you got to think Harper Andy are making better decisions. Becca certainly upped her offensive game. You know, Virginia is a really nice piece to add, and maybe unlike Merritt, we're not forcing her balls and putting her in awkward situations as much as maybe you were last year against with Merritt. But I think those are some of the biggest reasons. And then I was going to say something else, and I literally forgot.
That's a good list. That's a great list right there. You're right. Merritt had a lot on her shoulders, on the court, off the court, and she struggled a little bit at the end. Lexi was Lexi. But, boy, you just see improvement in Bergen and Harper. Andy's back to herself last year, which is saying a lot. That's a high bar. But Rebecca Alec, what you observed of her upon arrival and what you observed of her as an opposing coach, is this just a different player almost?
For sure. Different offensive player. Just wants the ball, confident when she gets it, and not snowballing mistakes. I feel like, you know, a lot of times middles make one or two mistakes and they get worried they're not going to get set anymore. They start tipping, and Rebecca will hit one, 20 feet out of bounds, and the next one she kills. And so it's a good sign of a confident player.
She doesn't get down on herself quite so much when she fires that cross-court ball and it's just out.
No.
And you got to have that turn-the-page mentality.
Yeah, for sure.
Manaya Obeche, all things being equal, how close is the competition?
I mean, I don't think you can beat out Andy or Rebecca, especially this late in the year. But if there was a need for Manaya, I'd feel pretty confident she'd get the job done.
All right, and she knows she's highly appreciated.
Yes.
All right. This is the Manaya Obeche portion of the show. Because, boy, when she shows up on the court, it's unreal. It's usually set 3, and things are already kind of well in hand, but there's no drop-off when she shows up.
No, and Bergen's confident with her, which I love to see. Bergen will start firing her balls. So,
any way we could get Manaya enough playing time so she could qualify for some postseason awards. She's hitting .529.
I don't know. I should look into that.
You haven't. That's cool. I mean, I'm just thinking she could win all sorts of freshman stuff, but she may not qualify. I don't know. What's the threshold?
I actually have no idea. Sorry.
That's so great. It's just so Husker. Like, that's not what we're about.
Yeah.
You play Manaya when it serves the greater good.
Exactly.
That's great. That's very cool. All right, now we're going to you okay if we go hit the mailbag?
Sure.
They use, again, this whole social media thing. A lot of people are into it. I mean, like, teens spend 5 hours a day. Young adults in their 20s and 30s spend 4 hours a day on average on social media. It's just stunning choice of time. I used to spend a lot of time, but then I realized I have an 83-year life expectancy. But let's stay focused. Hannah asked this question. Hey, you were a multi-sport athlete growing up who was ultimately recruited to play volleyball. I'm curious, if you had opted to play basketball or softball in college, do you think you would have gone into coaching in those sports as well?
Probably.
You love coaching.
Yeah.
Relationships, purpose.
Yeah.
Adrenaline.
Yeah, I don't know really what else I would
good...
have done. I'm certainly not smart enough to be a doctor.
Oh, everything.
Thanks,
was there any, I think when you left Mutual of Omaha, they were a little sad.
First comp.
That's what I thought. When you left first comp, I was talking about when you walked.
I mean, the sales numbers
plummeted. So walk us through that stage. Like, when you walked out the door, it's like, all right, everybody's sold. Everyone's shorted the stock.
We're done here.
But that was kind of fun. You did that for a year. I think there was a lot of golf, right? What were you up to?
Lots of golf. I didn't even know how to golf then. So I wish I could go back now with my golf.
Paid to learn how to golf? What's this employer? Let me write this down.
They've sold, I think, a couple times.
Several times. So that deal's out. Okay,
yeah.
A lot of good things are gone. All right. Anyway, back to
I love coaching, and I feel like I would have definitely loved to coach softball or basketball if that's what I had played.
Which sport is your favorite?
Well, volleyball, obviously.
All right. Really? You love softball?
Not as much as volleyball.
Yeah. Well, basketball down low, mowing down people, layups, stuffing people, body bumping.
I definitely liked basketball the least, I think.
That's what I thought. All right. So,
but I also really enjoyed it.
Okay.
A lot of running, though.
And then there's track and field.
Yeah, that was just a side gig.
I'm surprised they didn't let you play every doggone sport at Adams Freeman.
That was the only sport.
That was it. There was no other sports. They let you play 4 sports.
No softball, even volleyball, basketball, track. Softball, I quit when I was like 15 because I got into high school.
You quit softball when you're 15?
Well, yeah, because I was playing club softball until I got into high school.
So you did that all summer.
Yeah.
So an average day at your place. I mean, Bonnie's packing up the food. You're jumping in the wagon.
All
You're
over the
driving
place.
all over the place.
Yeah.
You know that when you see the map of Nebraska on the Terraflex floor, you're like, I've been there. I've been there. Played a bit. That was a big tournament up there. I remember
Exactly.
that deal. All right. Derek wants to know, hey, originally the game against Minnesota was supposed to be on NBC. Now it's been relegated to Peacock. Big lost opportunity for volleyball. Was there any explanation given for the relegation?
Honestly, I have not heard. I actually forgot to ask that, so that'd be a question for some higher ups. But
it's a great question.
I do not know why.
Now you know our preference on this program, radio.
Oh yeah, radio.
So
tune in, everybody.
You always tune the volume down. All right, Todd wants to know, hey, the SEC has a conference volleyball tournament coming up. Are you for or against it in the Big Ten if the Big Ten were to adjust the schedule, making the regular season shorter?
It's tough because there's times when we have discussions where I think this would be great, and then there's times you think this would just be really tough. There's positives and negatives. I'm very curious for the SEC one to go off. How does it go? What's the fan attendance? How do the teams feel going into the tournament? Because you do risk some really tough matches back to back to back the week and right before the NCAA tournament. So that is a hair risky. Then you got, how many teams get in? How many teams, what are you playing for if you're not in the conference tournament? I don't know. There's a lot that goes into it.
Crazy concept. Remember we talked about starting the season the first week of August because there's that downtime. There's so little competition for the consumers' eyeballs and attention the first 4 weeks of August. And volleyball gets started that fourth week of August, so big missed opportunity. So start the first week of August, finish a week before Thanksgiving with the regular season, have the conference tournament, everyone gets a week off, and then you go into December. But
then who's paying for everybody to be here in August? And what are we supposed to start practicing in the end of July?
You get a week practice or so. You guys went awfully early this year. You looked pretty good there in the AVCA showcase.
True. But we got 2 weeks.
Plus, who wants to travel and play during Thanksgiving?
Yeah, nobody.
Everyone's griping about
that.
traveling.
That is very interesting because the SEC one's in Savannah, Georgia, which is not like a hotbed for volleyball. So I'll be curious how that attendance is.
College football and the NFL owns Thanksgiving.
Yes.
The whole weekend.
Yes.
The volleyball's just fighting for any sort of attention. Take that off. People can be with their families. They get some downtime, rest after the big old Big Ten tournament the week before.
We'll see.
This show is like a chem lab. I mean, there's just all sorts of stuff
very curious how the SEC feels after the tournament.
Pretty unusual for a prominent Power Four conference to try this.
But I do think the TV, the opportunities for exposure, there's so many positives too.
Yeah.
And in the ACC, for example, the conference, you played everybody once, and then you played the top RPI teams would play each other, the middle RPI teams and the bottom RPI teams to protect RPI.
The last weekend.
The last 2 weeks.
Really? So those were unknown opponents.
Right, until the end of the prior season, which turned out to be great. Now, you did have 1 year where a conference winner had a pretty easy schedule, because the top of the conference beat each other a bunch. And so you think, well, what would have happened if they would have had to play the top teams twice? Following me?
Barely.
Anyways, ended up being great.
I still think it's great radio. But
pretty much was a conference tournament. So it's like, why don't we just have one if we're going to do that? We're playing all the top teams at the end anyways, just like a conference tournament would potentially be.
And you're thinking it wouldn't be all 18 teams if there were a conference tournament.
That's the argument. Should all the conference teams be in it? Then when do you start it? It's a lot. Mm-hmm. Do you do a triple bye for the top teams?
You're open to persuasion, and you're pleased another conference is going first.
I'm open to it, but I don't like losing home games either. So that's the other.
Let's have it at PBA.
Okay, the other schools let's every year. Let's go to Nebraska for the conference tournament.
Good point. All right, stay right there. We got more Nebraska Volleyball Show. We got to tell you first that Sports Nightly listeners, a reminder, every block on the court this season is sponsored by Union Bank and Trust. And every block, Union Bank and Trust is proud to sponsor Blocking Out Hunger, benefiting the Food Bank of Lincoln. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC. And you can contact 811 2 days before you dig to protect your underground utilities and yourself. It's free, it's easy. It is the law. Nebraska 8-1 more with the head coach, 22-0, number one ranked Huskers, Danny Busboom Kelly, after you hear this.
From the chant of Husker power to Allo Fiber powering your home and Husker Nation, Allo is the teammate you can trust. Whether you're streaming at home with Allo Internet, watching on the go with DirecTV through Allo, or checking stats and scores on Allo Mobile, Allo keeps you in the game. Bench the other guys and team up with the official Internet, TV, and mobile partner of the Huskers. Go Gig Red. Visit allofiber.com/Husker Radio.
At Woodhouse, it's more than just buying a car. It's about the experience. Our team is dedicated to making every visit seamless, enjoyable, and personalized to your needs. Explore a wide selection of vehicles, from SUVs and sedans to trucks and luxury models, all backed by expert guidance and exceptional service. Whether it's your first car or your next upgrade, discover why generations of drivers trust Woodhouse for a truly memorable experience. Visit us at woodhouse.com today.
When it comes to irrigation, only the best will do. That's why growers trust Valley Genuine Parts. Gearboxes, center drives, sprinklers, tech, and more. The parts you rely on most for any pivot, any brand, all from Valley. And now save $50 on your next purchase of Valley Genuine Parts or service. Claim online at valleyirrigation.com/parts. Your Valley dealer has the inventory you need, plus expert inspections and fast, reliable service. Claim your $50 savings today at valleyirrigation.com/parts.
The work is dirty and sometimes dangerous. It's the kind that can break your body, and if you let it, your spirit. But while there may be better ways to make a living, you won't convince me there's a better way to live. I'm a Nebraska corn farmer, and there's nothing else I would rather be.
Brought to you by the Nebraska Corn Board.
Returns on the farm are under pressure, with market challenges and environmental hurdles putting every seed to the test. But you have an ace in the hole, Streamline Ag. Designed for every phase of growth and development, Streamline Ag gives your seed what it needs to thrive, from enhanced stand establishment and early emergence to essential nutrition and stress management. Streamline Ag gives your seed the power to reach its full potential. Visit us at streamline-ag.com to learn more.
Preparation is the key to success on game day. And like your favorite Huskers on the field, you need to be ready right from the opening kickoff. Cenex has your pregame routine covered. We've got your salty snacks, your sweet treats, ice-cold beverages to wash them down, and fresh tanks of propane to fire up the grill. Fuel your fandom at your local Cenex station. Husker Pride, powered locally.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Dear weekend, Toyota trucks are raring to go. Gearing up for fall, Tundra is all in for hauling. Campers, ATVs, you know Tundra's got the muscle to move it. Going off the beaten path? Tacoma says, let's do this. With handling that tackles tough trails and the backbone to take you where the pavement can't. Both trucks pack sweet tech, posh cabins, and Toyota's legendary reliability. So whether it's a fishing trip at dawn, tailgate at noon, or a remote sunset at, well, sunset, these trucks are built to make every weekend epic. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, Baxter Toyota of Lincoln, Corwin Toyota of Bellevue, or Village Point Toyota of Omaha.
At CVA Grain, every load is more than a crop. It's your legacy. From high-speed unloading to premium grain markets and fast ACH settlements, smart contracts, risk management options, and local expertise help producers market smarter. With CVA Connect, you can sign contracts, check tickets, and monitor market prices all from your device. Learn more at cvacoop.com. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation.
This fall, be ready for every tailgate, touchdown, and adventure in a perfect car, truck, or SUV from Sid Dillon Chevrolet. Visit us in Blair, Crete, Fremont, or Wahoo and shop Nebraska's #1 volume Chevy dealer group. We're also your Chevrolet Business Elite dealer, offering medium-duty trucks and low-cab forwards. Visit us at SidDillonChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
If you believe the destination is the journey, you'll love exploring in the 2026 Subaru Crosstrek. It gives you the confidence of standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, plus a 180 horsepower Subaru Boxer engine. The 2026 Subaru Crosstrek. Love is out there. Find it in a Crosstrek. Visit Duteau Subaru, located at 2750 Jamie Lane in Lincoln, and online at DuteauSubaru.com. Duteau Subaru, driven by you.
Welcome back to the Nebraska Volleyball Show. I'm John Baylor, visiting with the head coach of Nebraska Volleyball, Danny Busboom Kelly. This one is brought to you by Akrs, the Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Akrs, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more. Akrs, solutions for every field coach. A bevy of upsets all over the top 25 over the weekend. I think prior to the weekend, most Husker fans thought, whoa, Texas, 18-0. I think now a lot of Husker fans are thinking, whoa, Kentucky, two amazing elite outside hitters. Do you gaze from afar at who some of the top competitors happen to be, or at this point you're just focused on Illinois and Minnesota?
Oh, I am definitely watching what's going on, but yeah, more focused on Illinois and Minnesota. But it was pretty wild. You know, I have a vote in the top 25 poll, and I'm, looking at like, holy moly, this happened. Some of the stuff you don't even know happened. So many upsets.
SMU went down. Arizona State went down to Iowa State. Penn State got swept by Indiana.
Arizona beat somebody. Baylor.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Baylor's like the stock market, totally up and down. But
Colorado keeps beating teams.
You saw Kentucky firsthand.
Yeah.
This is a legit outfit out there in Lexington, especially with a brand new center that we didn't see.
Yeah,
the freshman
for sure.
from Texas and now setting.
Yep, for sure. Great team. They're still set, they are what you would think. They're setting their outsides a lot of balls, but rightfully so. Those are pretty fantastic outsides.
I'm trying to remember a team that has two elite outside hitters.
Yeah, that are great back row players too.
I mean, that are not, playing for Penn State in the late 2000s. I mean, they always had two great outside hitters, but I mean, Hawaii in 2002.
Well, Louisville, Anna DeBeer, Charity Looper, that was 2-6
pretty
rotation.
solid last year.
2-6 rotation players.
They were really, and they were undersized. You were able to do it without 6'2" or 6'3" outside.
Yeah, they played higher than they were.